American veterans of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. 3 Americans who have come here on their own dime, wanting to help train volunteers so that they can fight alongside the city defense force if and when Lviv is attacked.
In Lviv, men who've never fought now train for war. They practice clearing rooms in a stack formation, using hand signals to move in silence. It's a 2-week crash course in combat, the bare essentials to stay alive.
It looked really great.
As always, just get clear of that doorway, right?
Matt Gallagher served in Iraq. Adrian Bonenberger did 2 tours in Afghanistan. Both American Army vets who've come here to help.
One person on the back.
Exactly right. You guys look good.
Okay, thanks.
Think about where you were 2 weeks ago.
Outside, Ben Bush prepares another group of volunteers. He served 2 tours in Iraq as a Marine.
There's a suspected patrol in the area of 1 or 2 people. We're not sure.
Ми очікуємо, що там може бути патруль противника чисельністю 1 або 2 особи.
Squad leader, any questions?
Як ми маємо попасти зараз в то здання?
Ben, Matt, and Adrian are not working for the U.S. military or government. They're not being paid by anyone. They bought their own tickets here and are doing this for free.
What made you want to be here?
I came to this country for the first time in 2015. I fell in love with the country. I met my wife here, so it was a personal connection.
And our personal connection was to him and to the overall effort of a democracy fighting to be a democracy.
I kind of landed on an old line from For Whom the Bell Tolls. For what are we born if not to aid one another? And looking at my 2 young sons and thinking of that line, I just felt like this was a unique opportunity to help show them how to be the men and grown-up adults I aspire for them to be.
2 weeks ago, the volunteers they train had no idea how to clear a building or move as a unit. Most have never fired a gun before.
These are teachers, bus drivers,
Lawyers, welders.
Who want to protect their neighborhoods, protect their homes, many of whom never thought they'd be in this position.
We've been doing everything we can to give them the tool set they need to survive because they're going to defend their city one way or another.
Some have modern rifles, but others train with antique ones, loaned by a local gun collector.
I think I saw, is it a Tommy gun? I mean, it had a...
That would be from the collection.
Is that literally like a Tommy gun from the 1930s?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've got Mausers, they've got some kind of weird machine gun I think I've seen in movies before.
All the new weapons are being sent to the front. This is what they have here now, and if the war comes here, that's arguably what they're going to have to fight with.
And they're here every day, dutifully, working as diligently as any Marines I've ever trained, and I've trained a lot. And they don't complain. They continue to move. They are at the point now, we've worked progressionally to make the leaders emerge, because leadership is just going to be necessary for coordination for anything, and they have emerged. We now know that there's bone to this organization, and that gives me a great deal of confidence, because I'm not going to be here forever, and that's hard for me the closer I get to them. We'll do it again differently later, right?
Зробимо ще раз це, але пізніше.
Always differently.
Завжди будемо робити це інакше.
Well done.
Добра робота. Добре працювали. Героям слава.
The volunteers cover their faces for their own safety. They know what Russia is capable of, but they also want Vladimir Putin to know they are ready.
Я хочу, щоб русські знали, що в кожному будинку, в кожній квартирі, в кожній собачій будці ми будемо чинити опір. У нас буде партизанський рух, і ми будемо давати бій.
On the last day of the training course, volunteers get the chance to fire a weapon. They're given just 10 rounds for target practice. There's not enough ammo to spare.
All ready on the firing line? You're clear to fire.
They're practicing on AK-47s, but most of these volunteers haven't been issued AK-47s of their own. There's simply not enough of them to go around. They've had to buy whatever guns they can find on the open market, and even then it's hard for them to find ammunition.
This 20-year-old volunteer says firing the AK-47 was something of a wake-up call.
So, but now, today, I just understand that there could be the person who wanna shoot me.
What do you think of the American guys who've come to help train?
They're really cool. They're maximum cool. Like
They're
really,
maximum cool?
Yeah. I thank them that they came here and they're teaching us. I appreciate that a lot.
Ben, Adrian, and Matt hope when they leave, other combat veterans will come and continue their mission.
You don't have to come here as a combatant at all. You can come here and do this on a very basic level. And if you have a specialty, if you have an urge, this is how it's applied. It's not imaginary, it's not mythological. We're actually doing this, and you can see the effect.
This is what the Germans and French did for us when we were in a similar situation during the American Revolution. People came over and helped us train.
Just to remind Americans of all ideologies, all politics, however they feel about this war, these are everyday people who want the same things that you and I want back home, right? Peace, some prosperity, opportunity for a better life for their children.
I should point out that Matt, Ben, and Adrian have left the country now. We wanted to wait until they were out of the country to show this story, show the work that they were doing here. But as they said, they hope other responsible vets will come here with a desire to help train those using whatever skills that they learned in combat.